All right, here's the tip. So, what I've done and what I suggest other people do out there as well is build a customer spreadsheet. Now, you can do this in Excel, Google Sheets, whatever you want to do. And I'm not going to show like a screen share of my spreadsheet because, in case there's competitors watching this. But what you do is like the first column is your customers. So top 20, top 50, however deep you want to go into it on the spreadsheet. I actually have like 120 customers of ours on the spreadsheet, and so that's the first column. Then the next column is what do they do as a business, not just like marketing jargon crap that's like on their website, but in real, actual human terms, what do they do as a business? Another column you could put competitors. I get that information from Owler. Who do they compete with? That way you can name drop that customer if you're reaching out to somebody who they compete with. The other columns, you can put number of employees, industry, company size, stuff like that. It shouldn't take you very long to come up with a spreadsheet that has all this information. Then what you can do now that you have this information, you have this spreadsheet built, study it. So know your customers. Then to be able to reverse engineer to find your new customers. So that way, when you're on LinkedIn and you're prospecting and you go on, somebody's profile and you see, oh, this person says on their LinkedIn profile that they spent doing RFPs by 40%. And you're like, oh, well, I already know that RFPIO is a customer of ours. And that's actually what they do. They are a company whose software cuts down time spent doing RFPs. Maybe they're a customer of theirs, so I can reference that in my messaging and say that. And I wouldn't be able to do that if I didn't A, know that RFPIO was a customer of ours, and B, know what RFPIO does as a business. And then the second piece is connect with your customers on LinkedIn. So know who your customers are, and B, connect with as many of them as possible. Because that way, what I can do is if I'm reaching out to a prospect and I see, we have a bunch of mutual connections. One of them is Andrea Leiden from Gainsight. I can name drop that. I can mention that in the messaging. I can say, hey, that's pretty cool. You're connected to Andrea from Gainsight. They're one of our customers. She loves us. They've got a lot of value out of Lead IQ, and she gave us permission to use her name there. So anyways, hope that helps to figure out like what to look for, when you're on LinkedIn. It starts with your customers when you're prospect anything you're doing with prospecting wise, but especially on LinkedIn, to know what types of things you should be looking out for in somebody's profile that you should be able to reference. All goes back to customers. So you or somebody on your team build a document like that. Good luck. Hopefully this helps. See ya.